Welcome, guys. The last two episodes, we were taking a deep dive. This episode, we're scratching the surface. Just forget about it. Episode 16. This episode is titled Scarcity Mindset Shattered. So, as we move into our 16th episode, I like to bring to the forefront the complexities of how your attitude determines your latitude. Who believe that? I know I do. I like to start by saying these experiences can and may happen to a lot of us within our lifetime. But we have the power to reroute some of its lasting and ultimately detrimental effects. And now, detrimental effects, I mean, of a scarcity mindset. As a woman of color, I can only draw from this experience. But it is rather rich, I would say, in this illusion of scarcity. Speaking of illusions, check out episode 3, Breaking Illusions. You know, we tying everything in together because this is divinely guided. But back to my point about scarcity mindset and the illusion of scarcity. And I believe we often don't get out of this. I feel like, and follow me now, guys. I feel like being Black in America, and even within the subsidiary of Black and brown culture, in itself, it's like we live in a consecutive state of smoke and mirrors in a fun house, so to speak. And in this fun house, the rest of the world is able to extract the best qualities out of us while negating the rest. And we have to find and figure out a way out of these fun houses that are no fun for us. In a world where you are made to believe that your concerns, beliefs, rights, and even certain cases are irrelevant, this can be soul crushing. It can. So to get any slack or pushback from someone that is probably within the same boat as you, and this is what I mean by the subsidiary within the brown and Black culture of scarcity mindset in relation to one another, this does seem triggering and liable to get all of your pent up frustration from what is already a broken system. I get that reaction and I understand that response. However, this isn't the correct one. I like to share a snippet from this book, and the title of the book is The Wound Makes the Medicine, and it's by Pixie Lighthouse. So I'm going to just pick up the book real quick and read this part. And I just stumbled upon this part like as I was getting ready to get this episode out there. And the name of this chapter, and it's on page 105, and 10 and 5 are one of my favorite numbers. So again, divinely guided. The name of this chapter is called Entering the Current Together. I often imagine a great many of us choosing to honor the waters that flow through and cleanse our hearts, even when they are breaking or broken by past events. It is a courageous choice to move the culture along in an evolved way that encourages resiliency, but is not entangled in the fierce independence we've been conditioned with. We are moving on from inauthentic lone wolf states that seem to insulate us from further pain while actually causing us even more pain. People belong with people, and we are learning again how to be with one another. How beautiful are those words, and how true are they? So, in putting that out there and talking about shattering the scarcity mindset. I want to say that we have to retrain our brains to draw from these painful and hurtful experiences the aspects that will promote creativity or creation within our lives, opposed to otherwise. And there's actually a word for it, y'all. And it's called neuroplasticity. Defined, neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change and adapt due to experience. Now, what do you know? So if science is backing the brain's ability to be resilient, why aren't we? Something to think about, because this is Just Forget About It, and y'all know we are provoking thought for actionable change. For all the people in denial, if you have ever uttered the words, well, that's just the way it is, or that's just the way I am, I'm sorry, but you aren't exercising your brain's capacity to have plasticity to the fullest until its greatest potential. And that's okay, but coming to the realization is the first step. So, in closing, I feel we should all be open to neuroplasticity and reshaping our brains together. Shall we? I mean, I said I was going to scratch the surface today for y'all. You know, I'm a bookworm. I like to read, so I'll be collecting information to impart on y'all. I don't want these episodes to be empty. So I really do hope that you guys are taking something from this. And until the next time.
J. Fat.